Hi, I'm Roger Joyce. I'm the producer of the film Oslo, and I'm here to tell you about our Kickstarter campaign.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
So I thought, how can I do this? How can I change people's minds and let them see there is another way? So I thought, why not try and make a movie? And this is why we're here.
Oslo is a feature film, a political thriller, with the events that took place at the heart of the story. It's about a moment in time when two of the world's greatest and oldest enemies sat in a room face to face and talked for the first time. The ramifications of those meetings shook the world then and continue to do so.
For the first time in history, the vision of Israelis sitting with their Arab neighbors to talk peace is a real prospect.
The conflict between these two peoples reached a low point in the early 1990s. Official talks began between Israel and Palestine, mediated by the Americans, the Russians and the British who were in the room. These talks ended up in Washington, going nowhere. Meanwhile, in Norway, a group of social researchers convinced the Israelis and Palestinians to come and hold secret talks. The face-to-face talks were deemed successful and became known as the Oslo Accords. Shimon Peres, Yasser Arafat and Yitzhak Rabin were the architects of this roadmap to peace. However, within 2 years of the signing, Yitzhak Rabin had been assassinated by one of his own. Yasser Arafat died later in mysterious circumstances, his body recently exhumed and found to have traces of the deadly poison polonium. Everything dreamed of in Oslo fell by the wayside. Money, time and energy have been put into this project. 2 drafts have been written, but we've gone as far as we can get. Now we need your help to go to the next stage.
The story that we've come up with is a fantastic story.
Oslo the Movie begins with a suicide bombing in 1993 that draws together an ambitious American journalist, 2 classical musicians, an angry mother and a high-ranking PLO negotiator. Each will be forced to make a decision to sacrifice something precious. In the newsmaking corridors of Washington, D.C., the peace process rooms of the Oslo Accords, and in the sanctuaries of the holiest city of all, Jerusalem, the fate of their very days and all their children's tomorrows hang by an already breaking thread. There's budgeting, a schedule, and a pitch package to create. But most of all, we need to create a definitive draft. There are journalists and authors who publish books at the Accords who we want to talk to. We need to talk to the Israeli and Palestinian delegates who were there, all still alive.
I would think that this effort, this project was successful if people left the cinema thinking there is another way.
For those of you who don't know how Kickstarter works, it's quite simple. We're asking you to commit some money towards this film, and in return we're going to give you some rewards. They're all listed on the website. There's t-shirts, there's badges, there's tickets, there's DVDs, and there's all sorts of things. We've got 5 weeks to do it in 35 days, and it works like this. If we don't make our total amount, we don't see a cent or a dollar. So please support this movie and help us bring it to the cinema screen. Thank you for watching, and help us do something towards the peace process.